Have they been impressive on this map as of late? 0-0 Prospects have a mammoth task on their hands. Doesn't look like 9 is going to conceal what their plan is. He's charging up ramp right now, giving all the audio cues. They'll trade 1-for-1. Mino not content with that, looking to just try and keep him boxed in. Utility doesn't come through as well. This is a lights out pistol round from 9, but looks like they've been somewhat daunted. They've been kept at bay, not offering up much respect. They're going toe-to-toe.
There, standing out into the open, had to trade himself out at the very minimum. Otherwise, 9 would have had a massive 1-up into the round. Get around the corner, spotted by K, but he does back down. Both France and NK don't want any of the beef there. There's plenty of time because they ran out this round so quickly. There's so much time left over for anybody to rotate over in 0-0 Prospects. They very much realized that, so they're having a look over at B. But now the smoke drops, and that's really going to pull them back in towards A. But 0-0 Prospects, they're staying put. Rolf looked like he was going to be peeking. Okay, maybe I've seen a pixel there, but Minio, he's meanwhile creeping up to the site. Tyler's going to be able to get that bomb down. Rolf spots up. That smoke is going to dissipate very soon. He needs to skedaddle quickly.
Branson is going to close the gap. He's the one to offset the retake. They're going to tap that bomb as well to hopefully bait some of these key players out. Nice clean shot there from Kai, but Branson is going to be the one to clean up. All 3 kills coming through from him on the retake, and he's going to get the defuse as well. Bob XD dropping his set of utility. Smoke going to land at the top of the stairs. That's going to deny the stack any impact. Although there's a bit of a slight gap there. Flash is really good. Now 9 start to make their move. Flash is wonderful there coming through from Goofy. That's flashes being thrown from middle, and they work perfect. I can stay behind the generator, but he's going to get cleared as well. And it's a flawless execute.
For Rolf, I just want to get out at this point. A 1v5, you're never going to be able to pull this off. You know you've not got enough into the next round. But perhaps if you save one of those A1Ss that's laying about, there's a chance you can at least get up a decent par, but it already looks like they're closing down on him.
Goddamn AWP, can't even get the words out, but he loves that sniper rifle, and he hasn't had the luxury of it yet. Look at Goofy on the timing coming through from middle right now. Will snap up the kill into Spooky. Doesn't know that Bob is still in the 4th position. He has to be the one to lock it down. A great spray transfer will get both the kills.
That still allows the football for 0-0 Prospects. Bob XD, he might not get out, but he does still do a bit of exit damage. Which honestly, for his position, brilliantly done by him. 0-0 Prospects, they've got a man up in this round, but they do need to take Goofy into account. It looked like he was going to inch closer. So he's just holding the angle, waiting down onto the site. He knows that it is a tough one to retake, especially when you just have a flash and a smoke. Goofy already converted that, and now they line up for him. Goofy can't get... But Kai will turn around the corner. Rolf is a step too big, but only with 4 HP, and 0-0 Prospects contend they do as they tie up the score.
Very impressive retake coming through from them there as they maintain their composure. 2 big kills out of Rolf. Bob XD's impact, though, that was, those were the frags that even kept him in the round, that even gave
Went
them...
to have a look over onto the site. It's like a string being pulled, and as soon as on the one end it starts appearing, he turns around the corner and tries to capitalize upon that spot. Kai denied by France, and now they Aaron spray coming through from both ends. They had a look at each other, and immediately they go back into the smoke, but the site is not giving up just yet. France is still in contention. Molly coming through preemptively. That was work. Now it's just extending time. One of them needs to make a massive stand, but that's huge. Minio makes a perfect time, and Kyler, he's just doing it all by his lonesome. Final player spotted. If he pulled the trigger a little bit too early, that would have been Minio gone instead. Bob XD up against 2. Kyler, 6 HP, but he makes it out alive. No, he's not going to get called out. Tucks himself back into the corner. Now, it's just as he jumps up, that's where Kyler turns around. Spooky, he doesn't really have any chance here. He's got the deagle, but Rolf, he's still getting into contention here at least. Nice nade coming through, doing a ton of damage into the knife cap, and then all of a sudden those deagles start to become lethal. Hades down as well. Goofy, a ton of damage on Branson with another one. Now look at the HP on 9. This is not anything to be working with, and there's still a nade on Branson. He's going to lob that over. Where is it going to land? Nowhere near enough at least. But Rolf still with the deagle. Branson, he is really the big hitter. He's still got armor pushed up. Goofy found out. That's a nice kill out of Branson, but it looks like he's off the mark. He's off the money. Nicely hidden behind the pillar is Minio. Wait, no way. Branson, he's not going to do this right. Oh my god, that was so close. Yeah. Oh yeah, they've got Kyler in there already, so there's really no hope for 0-0 Prospects on A this time around, and I think they'll quickly realize that too, since there's no other action.
Oh no.
just going to be a one-man expedition. I would have liked to see Kyler pushed up a little bit further, try to see what round you can get, but at the same time, he's also the one with the full HP. Nobody else has got anything, and 9 have gotten the bomb down. Kyler, he will take a little bit of damage. That's a nice one for Hype to enter upon the site, and an errant bullet from BobXD gets Minio out. Goofy, last man left alive with 23 HP. This is a humongous task for him, that if he pulls through, immaculate. There's actually no kit on the side of 0-0 Prospect, so there really needs to start getting on the defuse. Goofy has found 2, and BobXD has expected him to push up, but still, BobXD will get the final frag.
Nobody looking in his direction right now, so there's a lot of space to work with that AK. Gonna find a second kill. Brings up the numbers back into an even game. Nino gets a kill back. Goofy gonna get caught into action. There we go. He's found BobXD on the rotation. It's only Rolf left remaining, and they know exactly where he is. So this is job done, surely. It's gonna have to be an ace clutch out of him if he's gonna win the round up for his team. Seems incredibly unlikely. Oh, he's going through that smoke, baby.
Goofy off guard. Yes, it does. That's the first. And Minio is also incredibly low. So there is still something working with Kyler. That's a brilliant peek, though. Oh my! Just a step to the left.
71st. English, either way. English and maths together. What a combination. 9. They're ranked 23rd. So damn good. They're losing by a round right now, Hyperia, on their map pick.
Oh, look at this, though. 0-0 Prospects have lobbed the smoke over, and 9, they've got no contention. Hype, even at the Wisdom around the corner. He was the bait. He was meant to be sent in off to his death, but the rest would have been able to frag out. But it's just a clean, peaceful action coming through, but the battle will ensue shortly thereafter at 9. They're like sharks in the water, not Kyler anymore. He's been clobbered to land to the afterlife by Spooky. Franson in the back of Goofy. Minio, however, will turn around and get in the back of Franson. That's a nice headshot of Rolf. That is 5 head. Brilliantly pushed through, wreak havoc in the defensive through. So just lob all the utility over as quickly as possible. And for Goofy, there's a short leash to his life. Extends it with 1, but Rolf ultimately is a step up too high. But Minio is dealt with Spooky on the opposite end. Kyler taking a bit of an off angle, trying to play a retake and also allowing his teammates to rotate back through. 0-0 Prospects, whichever way this round is going to go, they will be able to get a bomb plan unless Hype doesn't manage to break through. He does. BobXD just gets the 1, and now Hype in a 1v3, also getting battered from the stairs, and Kai is the one to close out that round, and they'll also be in a position where it's tough to clear him out, but he doesn't really have any backing down positions. He's almost always bound to get the very first kill. Hades, he instead gets the first kill here. BobXD is going to try and see whether Goofy will get that. BobXD now entangled in a tough battle. Goofy repositions very much the same as BobXD, but Goofy's one that's just a little bit more annoying, and this is all falling by the wayside for 0-0 Prospects. Nicely done by Rolf to get it back.
Although he's low, and Minio is waiting patiently, will be rewarded for his patience, takes the attention away from Kai, who times his peak to perfection. What a good angle taken up by Minio on that exact angle. They'll be trying to clear out Minio, who eventually does go down to Franson. It's a 1v4, then it's a 1v2. Utility in play means he's going to have enough space here for the bomb plants, I believe. No, they're already forcing the issue. Kyler charges forward. Wait, that cost him his life. Franson takes so much damage to the nade there. Goofy doesn't want to give up his position. Walking into the AK's crosshair could prove to be detrimental. Look at how Franson takes around the smoke. Goofy has the read, and he has the kill as well.
Oh my.
And that's what makes it so lovely at this as well for 0-0 Prospects. My goodness, Hype and BobXD combining forces in order to get 2 openers, and then BobXD also has the information of Goofy. He can't back down anymore. Molly's extinguished by the smoke, but BobXD is just playing with him at this point. Knows that he doesn't need to win this duel or engage in it at all.
Oh my God.
And then he does, and that's the end of Goofy. Spooky, meanwhile, he's still over at the ramp. He's about to be in the head of K, and well, that's the end of him. But for 9, you call the save here.
And I love the change. Very rough. And look at Kai taking initiative on the front lines right now. He's the man with 27 kills to his name. Been the chief destroyer so far. And he is going to be the man who goes 1 for 1. But I don't think that Prospects are going to mind that exchange, you know. Oh, Hades so blind, looking to try and make his way back. Spooky hasn't spotted him. No, he should have been a dead man. Regains his vision, even able to just line up the shot there. Takes his time, gets the kill, and it's a man advantage for 9.
like a silver elite shot. Sees him, looks, makes sure he's got all the time. So that's also the thing of an AWPer. You should know when you need to be quick, and also when you just have all the time in the world to line up the shot just to make sure. Oh, that's the end of roll. Brilliantly spotted by Minio, to be fair. With a body laying about, might win the shot. Franson, he can try and put on the cape again. But it will be...
Does bring him into one-shot headshot range, right? Bob XD, that is. Being tagged down like that. And it does look like they're going to continue to try and work in towards that B. Bomb site. Kyler jumps up. Untimely moment from him. Will go down. Goofy's the next man up to the fake. In that net. Now that's to try and close the gap. He's ahead of the flashes. Good first kill out of him. Bob XD continues to do work though. 2 versus 3. Minio the next man on to try and get a frag back for his team, but he's the one that will fall. Bob XD just can't be cut down right now. And you're right, that's round over. Hades is so low, there's no money. He absolutely can't afford to go for this. Kind of just waiting around to see if maybe a kill gets offered up to him. But if he goes down, that would be detrimental. Knowing it's there for sure. Nobody dead on the server. As I say that, Franson forces a fight with Minio, comes out on top, not going to hang around for a trade. Pressure going to start to mount on this B bomb site. It's Kylo who's there in conjunction with Goofy. Players start to surge their way forward. 30 seconds on the clock. Goofy going to be calling for that support to come through. Kai's on the flank right now. It's Bob XD who's on the charge. Leaving himself exposed. Bit of a messy spray from him. Goofy now trying to use that smoke to his advantage, but he'll get cut down by high pressure on that B bomb site. It's only Hades left remaining. Has to just try and fight his way through. This was the AWP that he saved from the previous round. 13 seconds on the clock. In the smoke. As it fades, Hades hits the shot. Franson up next. He doesn't want the bomb. He wants the kill, but it's going to be Hades who hits the shot. And 9.
There is not a whole lot. And look at this by Franson. So impressive. The guts needed to do this right at this moment. Opens up B. Now there's just one player left defending it. Kyler can't do the same as Bob XD. And that is being given up. Hades up against Franson. That's massive. Franson trying to get out. Up against Minio. That's another for him. But a 1v1 up against Kai.
Just watch this round from Franson. How insane has he been so far? The way that he's gone about taking all of these gunfights so far. So damn smart. Impeccable mechanics. But he can't clock out. The job's not done. It's a 1 versus 1. It's the 2 heavy hitters for both of the teams. Locking horns. Crossing crosshairs. Kai will come out on top. His quad kill. Damage done to Hades. Prospects in pursuit of overtime. Kai on the front lines once again. Catches Goofy with a nade out. Hype with the scout will fall victim as well. Kai has done that so much throughout the half. That's his 35th frag of the map. Rolf's taken damage. It's looking dire for Prospects.
That's the problem. 0-0 Prospects have been performing above and beyond, but then 9 have got a player who steps above and beyond even further. 35 is an insane number in regulation. It's Kyler. He can close it out right here, right now. Minio will do that instead and kill on Franson. And this all looks then for 0-0 Prospect. Bob XD, he's got an AK to try and do the job with, but the job up ahead is way too huge. Goofy around the corner and 16 to 14. 0-0 Prospects go down against 9. And their realization that they already got close to be able to do it again comes right in the pistol round. They run over towards 9, but they get pushed back as well at the very same breath. But 0-0 Prospects, it's a 2-for-2 trade. And if you look at the odds, they are certainly not in their favor.
Look at Kai. He wants to fight right now. He's going to get more than 8 fights. He's going to get 3. Buki takes him down, and that creates space in the map now here for Prospects. They're going to make their way through donuts in towards A. It's Hades who's here. Support pretty far, but not too far. In fact, never mind. Minio's arrived on the scene. They're able to take the fight in conjunction with one another. They know that Minio's there as well. They're just going to look to try and tap him down. What a big pistol round coming through from Spooky. Lost Kugotos and Partisan as well. Obviously, that Lost Kugotos team recently signed by Permitter as Kyler will get an opening kill here to offset this force buy.
Great start. 0-0 Prospects. They've invested a whole lot in this round to make sure that they can also sweep aside a force buy. Currently, that's not really on par, but there's no real threat anymore for 9 except for the guns that they actually have. There's no smokes, just one flash to try and wreak havoc with. but they are all closing down, so that's mainly going to be the threat. Pure positioning of the position is certainly evaluated in favor of 9, but a miss like that out of Minio is certainly going to send them tumbling down the stairs. Hype, this is a tough position that Goofy is trying to get rid of them. I have to check both angles at the same time. Even though there was a player pushed up there already, Kyler with 2 quick ones. This is going to be tough. Hype is caught in no man's land, and all of a sudden, it's just spooky. But look at his position. He's coming through from behind, and he doesn't even need to fire off a bullet here just yet.
No one's considering this, though.
Kill Kyler, but oh no, there's just so much time left over. That's another one. Now it's Hades. It is 1-tab range, so this is basically an ult for Hades. Spook tries to get out this shot. There's another one whipped, but Spook trying to play this one on time. He's doing a lovely job. There's a blind coming through as well. Hades hits the shot, but can he pick up the kit? No, he hasn't. He didn't, and he needs to run.
I think if he picks up the kits immediately there, then he actually wins the round for his team, you know, getting the kills. I think he's not allowing prospects to move around the map as much as they have been. It's going to be a fast-paced round coming from him towards the safe bombs. Like Kyler actually is able to get the shots on the first, but he's out in the open. Great follow-up kill there onto Roll. Eventually will be chased down. That felt inevitable though, so the fact that he gets a second kill before he does is fantastic.
Still an ult left on Hades. They should know that on the side of 9. I don't think there's any other way that Kyler is going to wield the ult, and there's none on Hades. But for 9, they still struggle to try and break through. 0-0 prospects to save a decent amount of utility. Franson is spotted by Kai. Brilliant eyes of him. Now it's just 2 players left on the hold. Hype is the one with the utility, but his off barrel is spotted. This is now a terrible position because Minio, even though he doesn't immediately get the frag, he still gets the information through, and the retake of 9 is solid. 0-0 prospects. Gonna look to do so. Mull the U2 over towards B. 9 looks out of the sight, and it's gonna be another retake scenario. Nothing to say about this one right now. But Hades, he's not even keeping his back secure. He's very convinced. Bobix is pushed through on a different endeavor though, and there's not even a bomb plant just yet. Franson even gets dropped at Bobix. Oh my god! Oh, Guppy still survives, but Rolfie turns on a dime and gets them both.
He went to full 360 degrees there, back forward, no scope from Hades, and he's going to actually receive the 2 from behind. Great kill coming through from the Swedish sniper. Will indeed finally lock the bomb plant in. 2 versus 3. Going to be a double flank coming through here from the CT side. One coming through from Jaguar, the other going to be coming up the ramp. Spooky tucked into the corner right now. Not going to be exposed as Kai comes around the corner, and Kyler has been taken down. That's the round over. Great position from Spooky, and prospects are back to winning ways. Yeah, a lot more than anybody would have expected them to struggle. And if they lose this round, well, their plight continues. And it is going to be contact in towards the B bomb site coming through again. It's another variation play out of prospects. It's going to be Goofy who's able to get himself 2 kills, but the trades come through for prospects. Even nothing's game, they gain side control. Bobix, he tries to step out on a timer there as the smoke starts to fade. He will fade into oblivion. 2 versus 3, man advantage for the CT side. Retake alive.
This is great. Branson. Minio was on the lookout for this. Minio is still going to be on the lookout for it, but there is still some utility, and that means Minio is entirely locked out. Nade goes in his backyard a little bit too deep. Spook. What have you got on the ult? Nice first shot on Hades. Shows him who's boss. And all of a sudden, this is becoming very potent. Franson also getting a kill. This round is over. I don't think there's any way that Kyler can actually win this, and he knows that as well. Starts running back. Another one for 0-0 prospects. Nothing on the cards that would indicate a 2-0. It's just 0-0 prospects looking to wreak havoc even more so, but Minio was going to deny them doing that. And the shot from Hype was also whiffed.
At least they've got themselves a 5v3. We've seen them lose favorable situations before. Hype comes through the smoke, spotted up by Goofy. Oh, thankfully he sees him phasing through. Hype doesn't actually realize he's been spotted. Doesn't really matter though. His teammates have all died. He will follow suit. It's just Rolf left. He has been able to lurk his way into B. Still needs to recover the C4 though. This is just to pad the stats even further. He's been able to accumulate 19 kills in the half here, has Rolf. The most recent addition to the prospects lineup. But he wants more. How many more can he find here? Tyler could be the next victim. Actually spots Rolf out with that. It is going to be a 3rd round for 9.
This could be curtains.
If it isn't already Hype area. Look at the fast pace that 9 are approaching this round with, just charging their way straight up middle. In towards CT spawn, a rapping towards the A bomb side. Unorthodox, unconventional. Is it effective? Minio certainly is with the Glock. That completely opens up the A bomb side. You got Franson who's in towards Donut, but Nine have all the control in the world right now. And there's a cloak in the dagger. It has a name. It's Kai, and he's coming through with the backstab.
Franson gets this. That's at least an opening, but Hades will take that win out. And it seems like 0-0 prospects are going to have to go above and beyond with the remaining players. Wolf already down, and that feels like the end of the round, especially right now. Hype, just not a whole lot that he can do, and Hades is even playing with a donut, and Hades will get the final frag.
Defense over here as well. They've got 3 players waiting. Minio creeps forward in towards the smoke. Slight gap. Spooky going to be on top of him. Hasn't spotted him. Minio has the awareness there, the presence of mind to check behind him, gets the kill as a result, levels the numbers back up, and now that B bomb site will be scrutinized.
Can't go for a boost over, but Minio again in a great position. Rolf is going to be the one who sits on top. Kyler, he's also very straight and wheels in the open. Minio getting Franson. Rolf was just in the position to get down Kyler. But now Kai, even closing down further, might just be able to catch Hype off guard. Does exactly that, and that's the end of Hype. Rolf seemingly still unaware that they've crept through. Easy push, to be fair. 9. They've got 35 seconds left to try and make this one work, and they're going to try and do it over towards the A-bomb site. You've got Bobixy so close up. Kai runs right into his aim. A bit of continuous spray by Bobixy will hold them off, and all this time goes off the cloak. But meanwhile, Franson at mid tries to cut off Goofy. He's got cut off, but Franson's feet were tagged up. No blood splatter for Goofy to try and go off of, but it's still a lost round for 0-0 prospects.
Not exact, but it's a very comfortable round for 9. Minio.
He's just waiting, trying to get the reinforcements through, and trying to lure them into the sights of Bobixy.
I'm just wondering where the utility is right now if you're not here for 9. They actually decided to throw 2 deep smokes, but prospects have gotten ahead of those smoke grenades. And actually, you've got Spooky who's in towards middle right now with the A1S. He's going to be able to get in amongst the whole team. Underneath the player who carries the bomb, it's Hades who goes first, not checked, not spot, lines it both up, able to get the first and the second as well. Kai will trade 2 versus 4. Now he's trying to recover the C4 so he can actually just rotate for the plant, but he's gone down to Hype as well. And it's looking like 9 might actually slip up, only 30 seconds on the clock, low HP on a couple players, but you're asking Kyler for a 1v4 clutcher. HE grenade, good for 1, yes. But there's still 2 more players there, and BobXD's on the ledge.
Franson on 1 HP, that's a brilliant shot out of Kyler, and now we can start lining up, but a brilliant double peak for 0-0 prospect 9, we're in. You are so close to fully making that comeback. You've strung a whole lot of rounds together, but just one bump in the road is already enough. Oh, look at this. This is going to be all BobXD. The smoke dissipates. They both die. 9 have found another way through. 0-0 prospect. They will quickly try and get back. Hype on the frag, and Minio has actually been able to defend his position and come away alive, but Rolf so aggressive up against Hades, pulls out the pistol, and it's just Goofy left over.
There we go, huge play coming through from Rolf. They know exactly where Goofy is as well, so they should be able to cut him down. Spooky just dancing with death right now, eventually will lose out. Oh, tough ask here for Goofy in the clutch, man. 2 orbs trained on the angle. Molly as well, another smoke. This is as difficult as it gets. Time ticking away. Actually going to throw a bit of a one-way of his own there to try and play around. Great damage onto Hype. Rolf has actually decided against holding onto that second orb. Opts for the rifle instead. Makes sense. Goofy able to make his way out of Donut. The jump up should be heard there. They should have the information, and nothing being offered up by prospects right now. Oh no, he doesn't actually let loose on the nade. That would have softened up Rolf. Nicely killed does come through from Goofy. Dancing on the box. Rolf will go down as well. And Goofy's won the 1 versus 3.
Oh no! But there's just a little bit more hanging in the balance right as of this moment. Kai already moving through. Rolf tucked into the corner. Rolf struggling to get that duel. And Kai manages to decapitate, still with half his HP left over. But 0-0 prospects have got a great deal of information that none of them are coming through Jaguar. And Franson, he can start swooping in from behind, but look at Hades. He's on the lookout for it. 9. They're bound to get there. 12.
Okay, both these teams continue to impress me with how much they have in the tank, man. Neither of them faltering, even when they get tested. Man, I wish Spooky had a kit right now. Unfortunately, instead he's just going to hunt for frags, try and deal a little bit of extra economic damage. Oh my god.
Kai.
Great awareness there.
He's also low, so it's going to be a tough one for 9, especially with the amount of utility that they've got left over.
Does look like prospects want to consider getting aggressive in towards ramp right now. There's 2 players with AK way forward. Rolf is going to step out. Goofy with the AK commits to the spray, finds both of the frags. Now all the pressure shifts onto Hype. Surely not like this prospects. They had everything going their way. Massive gap in the smoke there for Hype to try and play with. 9 are aware of this. Bobix team goes down. Now Hype has to touch one versus 3. Misses the shot. Kai will step out. Falls to the no scope. Quick scope if you will. Now Hype tries to deploy the smoke. Give himself a little bit of space to move. He's turned this into a clutchable situation. Things settle, but only for a brief moment. Bomb plant will come through. Hype doesn't have a kit. I'm not sure if there's one on the site. He knows there's no money as well. But surely he goes for this. He has to go for this, but no, he won't. 14-14, 9 have somehow recovered an incredibly disadvantageous position. Right now, Spooky tucked into the corner with the Desert Eagle. Actually, only has 1 player on the opposite side there, so wouldn't be any potential for a trade from 9 if Kai goes down. But in the meantime, the T side have taken full control of the bomb site itself. He gets a frag back. Spooky cleared big kill there from 9. Good attention to detail before they commit to the plant itself, but still work to be done there in the round.
On there, Franson, Bobix struggling, but he does manage to find the frag. It just feels impossible to plant. Kyler shut down by Rolf, and that's a huge one for 0-0 prospect.
Kill on one of these B players. This has been 9's go-to, just group up with 4 players towards the bottom of B ramp and allow Minio to make his way and make some moves in the middle. Again, the opening pick comes through from the CT side, and they set up 2 players towards ramp. Do they get aggressive again here? This time it's Kai who's on the angle. He's waiting patiently. Prospects not going to extend further. Last time we saw them commit to the push. This time, they will patiently wait.
And this is still so huge, because if they can get the kill, they are going to aggress. Rolf gunned down first. Spook now giving his position away in this push. Just really not going together. There's no flash in either. They can now start crunching down on that B bomb site. They've got Goofy in the cave. Franson, he's going to peek around. That's the end of Goofy. Nicely held by Franson. But 9, they've still got 3 players surrounding this site. It's going to be a tough cookie to crack here. The YouTube goes over, indicates the start of the push. Minio in the cave, still got the smoke, but smoke coming through. Spook sitting right at the edge. That's huge out of Minio. The smoke dissipated. Spook didn't really realize that. Franson with a kill. Hype also with 1. And that surely is the end. A 0-0 prospects. A 3v1. Kai, huge in the previous map, but this time he's made little by Hype. 16-14.
Huge amount.
He's very solid. It's been a close affair throughout, and genuinely this could have ended 2-0. They probably should have taken some rounds that weren't really going their way. This is a great start by Hype, though.
He's a fake.
Oh, yeah. But they are not biting 9. They've still got 3 people on this site. It's a brilliant fake, but it's actually not going to work out. They're still going to have to force this, and all of a sudden, there's way too much opposition for them to initially deal with. But the response thereafter is immaculate.
How good are these guys in terms of their aim, man? I mean, every time I sort of start to think, okay, this is where 9 are going to pull ahead. This is where we're going to see 9 start to dominate.
Double up setup heavily favored by 9. Always want to bring it out. Spooky sat out at mid, and there's a very... oh, no, Minio didn't fully clear the corner. Still looks back. He just looks away for the flash coming through, and Rolf slowing around the corner. That's an easy pick for Kyler, and that's just Bobix left over. Might just be able to grab up that up and try to defend this position, but there won't be any round 1 here by Bobix. I feel like he's going to know that now as well with 2 players. Okay, well, he gets the first, but he's still on 37 HP. But right now, it's all about doing damage, being able to force a reinvestment coming through. Swings wide, that's another kill, and okay, Hades finally shuts him down.
But longer though, towards apartments. Smoke's coming through as well. This is making life very awkward for the T side, but they eventually have to force the issue.
Right round, and oh no, that's tough out of Kyler. You expect at least the kill there in 9. They know it. They know that this round is lost. But look at Franson, the slithery snake. Might just get 2 kills up at CT. That's the up at least gone. Now he wants to get Minio, but Minio shuts him down. And there's not a whole lot of money on the side of 0-0 prospects. And look at 0-0 prospects. They are starting to maneuver through mid. So as long as Rolf keeps this angle or doesn't peek into it, or he needs to go quickly. Kai tries to move, but the move at the same time. Now Minio from jungle pops in a shot, but there's no way that he can push through the smoke. The flames won't spread to his position. The nade certainly will catch a few shrapnel in his body, but there's still 84 HP left on him. 0-0 Prospects, they've been tagged up heavily in their advancement up onto the site, but they've got the superiority in terms of weaponry. They need to be able to convert this. And it seems like with the money coming through in CT, Minio, he's the only saving grace. If he catch BobXD, that's exactly what's happened. It's a 2v3, but there's no kit on the side of 9. So they're going to have to go about this quickly. Hype, last man standing, up against an MP9, an AK from above, and that's it. 9, they will have the second one in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Kai's going to be looking to try and take first contact. That'll take all the attention away from Goofy, and with the small amount of time that's left on the clock here, Prospects might actually fall prey to his forward position if he doesn't get cleared. Try throwing utility from CT, only 18 seconds left on the clock. The bomb only now making its way out of ramp. Goofy still waiting, watching towards Palace. Does Hype even swing out is the question. Only now the plant going to come through. Goofy can pretty much put his on single-handedly. Will not be able to deny the plant. What on earth is the spray transfer from Goofy? He has no idea what's going on, but he has been able to snap up both of those kills. It's only Hype left. They know exactly where he is, and he's going to settle for the save.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a smart one. No chance in this round anymore. Best to just hold on, but to fully feel comfortable. But Kyler, he's going to be a tough nut to crack here. The flash comes over and he whiffed the initial shot. That's the overwhelm of the position immediately coming through. There's a brilliant nade though, and everybody reduced to about 2/3 of their health. BobXD, he's got zilch left over, and Franson very much the same. So there's no bomb plant. And 0-0 Prospects, there's already a back creep in place that they don't really seem inclined to deal with. Hype just easily cleared up by Minio, and this round is so easily in favor for 9.
Yeah, unfortunate. Massive pistol round here for both of these teams. 9 going to try to break down the door on the B bomb site. Utility in play. Couple smokes over the top, flashes as well. It's going to be Hades who leads that charge in towards that B bomb site, but Spooky gets the first. It's looking like Prospects are on course for their 5th pistol round here of the series so far. And it is increasingly likely Spooky continues to chop them down. It's a 5v2 and not for much longer either.
Because it's reduced to a 4v2, but Prospects, they've dropped off in the ults again. Rotation is more looking like an A push. Rolf sitting underneath the Palace and Hype in the exact same position that Goofy was in, but there they go. Spooky gets aggressive at the perfect time, and now Minio opens up onto the A bomb site. Just reduced to 1 defender, but 0-0 Prospects with 26 seconds. They are going to hurry on over there. Hype getting hacked up, and Minio, oh, he was actually blind, but he still managed to get the frag. 3-on-3. Minio is going to be able to get that bomb plant down. The players from short don't even really start spraying.
Oh my
does
God.
start spraying back. Oh my, this is turned on a dime.
Yeah, Minio just continues with so much unconfirmed damage. Hades certainly confirms that frag. 2 versus 3, the job's done here in the round. I think so, surely, right? I don't know. It does look like maybe with that kill there from Spooky, it will actually force Prospects to ask a few more questions. But Kai, with the great kill there on Franson, immediately snaps up the headshot.
Giving up. Those Polish players have got some grit in them.
Yeah, we saw it on Ancient, right?
Yeah, exactly. And to even make that a game, Franson again wants to be annoying, but he almost does receive a smack in the face. Goofy so aggressive. Killed by Spooky, though. A bit too aggressive, but there's already a kill by Kai, so ultimately it still lands into a 4-on-4, but this is an odd setup by 0-0 Prospects onto the A-bomb site. Hades is caught out into the open, but BobXD actually doesn't manage to find that frag. CT also pushed backwards, and 9 have gotten the site.
Yeah, Prospects are in a very awkward position right now. Look at how deep the control is for 9. They're going to recover the C4. They've got a player in ladder, a player goes deep into snipers. Kyler dancing around default, spots the one coming forward. Takes some damage as a result, but he stays alive for the time being. And there we go, Minio eventually able to get in with the frag. He deserved that with the positional control he had taken up. And I think that's going to be enough to dispel both Rolf and Hype, who don't have any money.
Position. It can pay massive dividends, but it can also nip the entire round in the bud already. Kai through first, and that's the end of his round at least. 9, they can still fight this one through, but they're forced back due to the flash. Great util uses by 0-0 Prospects, but Spooky has to keep connector clear too. They're still 2 onto the A bomb site. The Amoni is going to push Spooky away. This is a tough round for 9.
Still doable. Look at their reaction coming through here. They've left Hades in Palace. They still also have Kyler in towards Connector. He's just trying to stay alive for as long as he possibly can here, because his teammates in the meantime are actually pushing in towards the B-bomb site. Kyler, how have you stayed alive? Eventually, he will fall. That was inevitable. 9 going to be crossing. They're going to be beating BobXD to the punch. Bomb does get a cross. C4 going to get activated. And although 9 are down by a man right now, I actually favor them here in this 3 versus 4.
you've still got Hades as well. That 0-0 prospects haven't accounted for. 9 just need to stick in their spots. There's actually no kits as well on the side of 0-0 prospects, so that is going to bite them massively. They're going to have to hurry quickly. Goofy up against Rolf. He wins that duel, and Hades also finds BobXD. Hype, he can try and get this one back, but it's Spooky who drops right into the vision of Minio, and this just feels impossible by Hype. There's no kit, nothing that he can do about this. Hades peeks out, he gets killed, but Hype, if he can do all the damage, perhaps he might just be able to run away from this. The little tag up slows down his movement, but can he get around the corner? I think he's safe. Indeed he is. Well, so it's a risky endeavor, but I actually kind of back it. Spooky. Oh, he's given away now. A little tick of the fire. Spooky. You could try and escape, but there's a lot of players surrounding your spot. But he's just going to be the interference again.
Yeah, 9 is just trying to find a way to create space for that bomb plant. Hades shifts his way forward with that C4. Hype scope should have been heard. He's got a second player to work with here as well. Spooky steps up, finds a frag. He's going to continue to force the issue here as well. Hype is really hoping he might be able to get a kill in and amongst all the chaos, and he will find the frag. That's going to take one off of his teammates towards CT. Does keep their nets in the frag. Only Minio left remaining. Good for the first, has taken damage in the process. Left out in the open. This is impossible. And Prospect stopped 9 from getting themselves to 15.
Oh my.
He's going to be Rolf, that man who's able to find a kill at the bare minimum. That deals with the Palace threat now. 3 players making their way up ramp as they look to try to close the gap. 9 leave themselves more time on the clock this time. But look at how proactive Prospects have been in there. Response more damage onto Minio. He will lose his life, but at least there's a response from the T side. It's going to be a 2 versus 3. Kyla able to go above and beyond. Kai doesn't have great timing, but he's still able to get the kill. And it's looking like 9 are going to be the first team to get themselves to 15. BobXD gets cut down as well, and it's happened. Wasn't an ideal start to the round as they began the
something that really hasn't been done a whole lot by them. And BobXD, he's meanwhile aggressive to an up shot. BobXD, it's an awkward battle, but Goofy finds the initial opener. 9, that's a huge 1-up for them. 0-0 prospects. Now they're frazzling all over the map. Do they reinforce B? It looks like they're actually going back over towards A. And that's exactly right. Kyler up against Franson. Franson puts in a bit of damage and backs down.
Look at the setup. This is a problem. Prospects have left Hype all by himself over towards apartments. One good flashbang will force him back, and Molly burns him out of position. Smoke starts to rain in. I think that Prospects are going to realize their transgressions. There's players even making their way up catwalks right now. Hype has it all to do. Massive job on his shoulders right now. His position has been made. No chance to extinguish the flames, but he will not be able to avoid the hail of bullets through the smoke. Kai takes him down. 4 versus 3. Prospects need to take this to overtime. Franson has been phenomenal throughout the series so far. Can he get the job done here in the retake? 3v3. They clear out Goofy as well. There's an AWP on the side of Hades. There's a player tucked in the corner. Hades doesn't know he's actually exposed himself. Kai will keep him alive. Hades hits the snapshot. It's all on Spooky. No kick, but still a chance that he starts to converge, close the gap, but it's going to be 9 who get across the line. Another 16-14. It's 3 in a row.